Your faces, people in the room are great here. Let's hear some noise. Yeah. So I'd love to see your faces. Yes, I'd love to see your faces. If you can turn on your camera, I would really appreciate it. I'm okay with morning hair, pajamas, whatever you got, turn it on. So we'll be with you in like 2 minutes. Thank you, Pierre. See? Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
All right. Let's see. Okay, where's
Shareholders meeting.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. How many people do we have on with us today? Can you tell me? Can you see that? Oh, no problem.
Oh, we have 12.
12 people. All right. So if you know people that need to be into this meeting, text them for me because we got a lot of information that's super important for our agents. We have a lot of questions that have been coming through on all the different resources that we have here at Keller Williams. This is one of the reasons that you join the company. So I know some people are taking business planning, they get a pass. Everyone else is probably coming out of Ignite or they're doing business. Please have them log in because it's going to be really important. We will be recording, right? So we'll make sure this gets posted as well. So one of the things that we're going to talk about again is all the different resources that are here already. As we promised, we've been talking about this all year, the different things coming in, and it's happening, guys. It's really happening. So it's not like this is just coming soon, it's happening. And we have a lot more things coming down the road too. So you guys who are here are going to learn first about the different things that are coming soon. So first, as always, I want to start out with a culture moment. Of course, this company, we talk all the time about KW culture, but we don't just talk about it. So I want to show you something that we put together, I guess maybe 2 weeks ago for some of our agents that aren't really able to be with us in the office because they've got some medical things going on. So I just wanted to give you a little snippet just in case you missed it of some of the things that your AOC, your leadership staff, and other people that wanted to join us did for a few of our agents. So if Jose can bring up that quick video, that'd be awesome. Is it as loud as just a tied thing, so I'm wondering if I get more. Elena. All right, so that was just a snippet. We put together a caravan, we made signs, and we went by the houses and did a drive-by of some of our agents that aren't here. So that's what your company does, and that's what your company is about. So I just wanted to let you know, again, your AOC, your leadership staff, and we didn't have time to kind of put together everybody, but we have plans for a holiday one coming up. So we'll be sure to keep you invested in that. So I wanted to let you know about that. All right, next on the slide. So House of Hope, as you guys know, this Saturday, we have plans to go in and paint and possibly do some cleaning, maybe some landscaping, but paint is the biggest thing that we're going to be doing at the House of Hope this Saturday. This address that you see here is where we're going to be meeting. We are not meeting at the office. We are meeting at the property there. So everybody wants to know, how much have we raised? So right now we have $5,764 that we've raised, but wait, it gets better. I sound like an infomercial. It gets better. How much have we really raised? See my animation, 7,501. Woo! I promised you guys I would match those donations that you brought in during that time period. You saw my video. I was supposed to put a limit and that did not happen. So here is my check for $1,737. So I get to give this to Karina today. Our goal was $10,000, so you can still donate if you'd like to donate. We have a super amazing announcement that we actually got flooring. I believe Yosef had a contact that was able to donate the flooring completely. Your ALC in full effect. So now we are looking, come on up here, Shannon. I promised her I would speak because she doesn't like to be on camera. However, now we are looking for a flooring specialist to
So I
install.
have an installer who's agreed to give us a 25% discount on installation costs because I sent him a ton of business.
Yes, that's what we do, right? Yes. So we're really excited about that, and we are doing the boys' cottage at this
We're
point,
doing
right?
the boys' cottage. So our next big hurdle are cabinets, countertops. So if you have resources in the industry who might consider selling those, giving those to us first, or if not to give them to at least give them to us at wholesale or cost, that would be super helpful. We'll need a sink and a faucet, all that kind of stuff. We're not going to do the bathrooms because they're in decent condition, but the kitchen really needs to be done.
Okay, got it. So any questions on that? I don't know, you can get yourself off mute. Hopefully we'll be able to help you. Any questions out there? Don't hear anything, so that sounds like a no. All right.
So I think Jeff did takeoffs for you on how much paint you need.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so we just need enough paintbrushes. I think we have drop cloths that we're donating. And I think there's enough there. I'll check it today, but we need paintbrushes, rollers, the pans, all that kind of stuff for 10 at a time to paint.
Home Depot donate that to you.
Okay, so who would like to volunteer to call Home Depot? Okay, thank you.
Yay, Misha shows up. I love it. Yeah, so thank you guys. We are really excited because we've been pushing this for a really long time and it's finally coming together. I'm super excited. At least we get to get our hands dirty. That's what you guys wanted to do. Unfortunately, we can only have so many people at a time there. Even if we have more than 10, which is kind of the max that they wanted in the house, we can have people outside, so we can work that as well. So there is a sign-up sheet, which I do believe is full, but we will let you know if there's any cancellations or anything like that where we have slots open. Did I miss anything, ladies and gents? Did I miss anything? Nope. Okay, next. All right, so everybody come up here. So we wanted to make sure, because we've had a lot of new people that have come into the office and they're wondering who your leadership staff is, who to go to for what. So I made them all come in and make sure and announce that this is your leadership staff, everyone. Here is what they do as far as what their title is. Here's their picture. Here we are. Elena is on vacation. A lot of you already know Elena. She is taking a much deserved vacation from today until Wednesday, or is she coming back Wednesday? She comes back next Wednesday. So let's give her some time. Let's not blow up her phone unless it's with lots of love, because we promised her she would get some downtime. Also, if you don't know Monette, if you you've probably received emails or texts or something from Monette. She is our virtual assistant. She's in the Philippines and she works for us as well. So she's fantastic. I'm sure you guys have noticed she's always involved, and you ask her for something and it comes in right away. So anything that you guys want to say, or nope, they love being on camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just come to visit, because there are a lot of you that I don't know, and I know I look way younger in that picture. Thank God for editing. So this is what I really look like. So yes, just come and visit us at the MCA office, and so we can get to know you.
Yes, please reach out. Does everybody did they get copies of the roster so they have our contact information. Where would they find the roster of your contact information? Where would all the agents find that?
The roster with our contact information.
Yes, so that goes in with the weekly reminder.
Okay,
That's usually an attachment there.
okay.
Yes.
So we'll make sure that everybody be looking out for that roster when you get that weekly need to know, which has a ton of important information for that week. We'll make sure we attach that roster so you have everybody on the list, you have their contact information, because we want to make sure that you have that. So any questions that you guys have as far as who to contact for what source of information out there? Because I can only see the slide, I can't see you're there. So if you raise your hand, you just have to talk. Questions out here? You guys got it. You're old school. Okay, that's it. Thank
Do
you.
we want to announce numbers?
Oh,
now?
yes. So let's talk about some numbers, because of course they are officially in as far as like our $1 Million Club and all of that. But let's talk market center numbers. I'm gonna let Larry do
Yes,
that.
yes. So we closed 169 units with a volume of 74,500,390. 13 million of that was Mr. Tolbert.
Whoa,
himself.
you guys
So
make
we
sure.
can-
They saved 13 million in 1 month.
Yeah, it was a little over that. So, yeah, listings taken 79. Our growth agents year to date 75
Yes.
agents have joined us. in
So
February.
this is why we're doing this, 75 new people, and because we don't normally see them in here every day, we have to reach out and connect and make sure that you guys have the resources, and that's why we brought everybody here, so that you would know and know who to connect for all of these resources. So
Yes, and the big one, the profit share, we all want to know that.
for this one,
Yes, for this month, 34,310. For a year to date, it was 257,000.
wait, what's here today?
257,472.
257,000 and change, because I blanked out there for a second, has been shared back to the agents at this office. So if you don't know profit share, I'm sure there's a class coming to you soon on how to get your fair share of profit share. I mean, imagine that the owner, normally of any other brokerage, this would go in their pocket, and instead that goes back to you. So that's huge. Congratulations. That's huge. Thank you. All right, mentors. Shannon's shaking her head again because she loves it. So one of the great things that we've talked about and that we've brought in this year are our mentors. We need a new label, because we don't want it to be a part of the mentorship program. So if you guys have a great great title for these two amazing mega agents in our office, please let us know, because we want to change that name so there's no confusions between the mentors and the mentorship program. However, Shannon and Mark, here's their contact information, because we've had this question a lot. Our goal is to get them a Google Voice number where you just go to one place. However, we're having some issues with that because we all have Google Voice numbers, which is causing an issue. So this is their contact information. They are there every day, Monday through Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday is virtual, right? So every day, though, they're here in the office. The mentor office is up by that second entrance across from the training room, and they are there here to help you for anything. Do you prefer appointment or walk-ins? Tell me about that.
I prefer appointments, but if somebody gets in a pickle, they can always walk.
Okay. So yeah, if you get into a last minute pickle and you're here, feel free to drop in or give a call, but appointments are preferred. So if you need them to look over a contract, if you have a lead and you have no idea where to go from there, they can guide you. Now there's so many resources and classes, guys. Make sure you check the calendar as well and you're going to the necessary classes, because that's really important too. So make sure that you utilize Shannon and Mark. They're fantastic. So that's one of the resources that we have that is completely free to you, and they are here at all times. Mentorship program. So this is the second resource I want to talk to you about, and this is new for this year as well. So right now, these are our official mentors. Now we have another mentorship certificate program. If you want to become a mentor, there is another certification class happening on the 20th from 2 to 3 o'clock. So check the calendar, and from 2 to 3 o'clock, 2 to 3 p.m. You can also become a mentor because we've had a lot of people say that they would like to do that. You can learn more about the process and get certified to go ahead and take on some mentees. So this is who we have now, Lynette, Shanta, Alexia, and Debbie. They are already working with agents, and all of them were so busy. I asked them to be here and kind of give some testimonials. I think I saw Evie on there, or Evie is on there, and she is a part of that program. Evie, can you speak to me if you're on there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you go ahead and tell us about your experience in the mentorship program?
I'm sorry that I don't know why my camera will not turn on, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so, well, nice. Thank you for inviting me, Debbie. I'm very excited. Well, I can tell you that I'm totally in love with the mentorship program. Lynette Muniz is the best thing ever, and I'm a personal coach and a certified life coach, and I think she is the best, okay? I have learned a lot. She's always there to help me, and actually, she's helping me buy purchase my own home, and also we are using that experience as my first experience, and due to that I've been actually able to learn in live experience, right? And also I already got 2 prospect in line, and again I cannot say enough great things about this mentorship. I actually told her last week, Lynette, when this is finished, can you stay my mentor? And she was like, well, let's talk about that. So very excited, have learned a lot. You know, real estate is totally new for me. And I just want to say thank you for, guiding me to the program and being able to meet her, because not only have I gotten a great mentor, but I think I found a friend for life. Thank you.
I love that. Okay, that deserves a hand. That's awesome. By the way, if you don't know Evie, she is one talented lady. She was mentioning kind of her previous career. I don't know if you're still working in that, but you want to talk about successful and a track record of success. She is definitely one to know, and she is a go-getter. So when she said to me, I'm ready to go and I want this to go now, I'm like, you need the mentorship program. So thank you so much for that. That's really helpful because we want to make sure people feel comfortable in what the mentorship program is about. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
You got it. And one of the things Lynette shared with me, which I also think is super important, being a mentor, we think, oh, I don't have time for that. Like it's going to take away from my business. And Lynette shared with me, it's actually increased her business. And she sent me a picture of what her pipeline looks like just in the past month since she started the program, because it forces her to be more accountable. So what's happening there is, of course, because she's teaching somebody, she's also remembering what you're supposed to do and showing up. So it's one of the things that it's not just about fitting it in your business. Does it make sense in your business plan? Does it also fulfill you? Is it something that makes you feel fulfilled by teaching other people? So if you want to be that, make sure if you want to be a mentor that you show up for the certification program. If you would like a mentor, please reach out to myself or Elena via text and let us know, and we'll start the process. You actually get to choose based on your KPA or personality. We'll send you at least 2 people. You can interview them and decide which is the best fit for you. Any questions on the mentorship program? All right, let's move. All right, coaching resources. So we have several agents here who are coaching with Craig Delahoy. So he is separate from MAPS Coaching. MAPS Coaching is a separate offering as far as coaching goes. But Craig Delahoy, here's his information. If you're interested in learning more about his services, reach out to me and I will make that connection. He usually coaches on like a 3 to 6 month basis. He's very much database centered on figuring out how to get your database where it should be and getting the most from your database. So those are the people that your sphere. So those are some coaching resources. If you want to coach, not necessarily a team, not necessarily a mentor. If you've already got business, but either you're not growing or maybe you're going crazy and there's no real process or models or systems, Craig is great for that. MAPS Coaching, of course, for our bigger agents, that is an awesome resource too. And I can tell you, I've probably had 5 agents in the last 6 months add MAPS coaches, and it's changed their world. Because there's always that, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, we don't know what's going to happen in the market. I can promise you it's changed their world. So if you don't have a coach or you haven't thought about it in a while, it might be something to rethink about. Okay, command resources. So we know we get this all of the time, and I want to make sure you guys know of the command resources. So as you know, Chuck Morris is here, or he teaches every Monday. You'll see on our calendar from 3 to 4:30 command training with Chuck Morris. And then I believe on Tuesday, is that when he's here booking appointments? Every other Tuesday, he books one-on-ones, right? Via his Calendly. Yes, via his Calendly. So if you want to book a one-on-one with Chuck, it is on our Facebook page, or we can send you that link as well for his Calendly app to get on that one-on-one. Donnie is actually the regional trainer. However, because he came from this market center, there's a lot of times he can help, especially in troubleshooting when you have larger issues. Donnie is a great resource, and you already know Elena and Karina are fantastic resources for you, as well as Joseph. He is the technology chair for the ALC, so he is another resource for you. Again, when you got that roster, you'll have the contact information for these command resources. That's not including all of the online resources. So we have Command 101 and the 66-day challenge. Those are two resources that are used most. There's other resources available as well. If you have no idea what we're talking about, please reach out to us. Command 101, I would say, is more of the fast track. So for those of you that think about 66 days and you want to like stab yourself in the eye with a pencil, Commando 101 is probably the one for you to go to. 66-day challenge. It's 66 videos that are about 5 to 7 minutes each. And so some people like to do more of that process. So lots of command resources out there for you. Okay, Andy, so Bank of England, we're talking about your team, although Andy's not here. We've got Amy, come on up here. Come introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you do. Clearly not Andy.
Yes, not Andy at all. Hi, everyone. I am Amy Alvarez. I am recently a new loan officer. I used to help Jen Rosado, and now I'm out here on my own. So if you guys have any questions, I am downstairs. I'm here Wednesdays and Fridays. If you need me to come by any other day, I'll drive on by. I speak Spanish and obviously English. So
And tell them what you do. They may not even know
I
what
am
you do.
a loan officer, so
Yes.
not the best with being in front of a camera if you can't tell, but I just help originate your loan. So if you need anyone that needs help with financing, bring them along my way. If they need a second opinion, I love helping them out with that. So just educating. I like helping realtors just like getting the education as well, because I keep hearing that people like to know a little bit of the background just with once they're like trying to swing it along with the clients, because they don't want to lose it and lock them in there. So I can help you out with that. We can get some coffee and see how we can help grow our businesses together.
And where can they find you?
I am downstairs in the main office in the back where Magnolia used to be. And then my cell phone number and everything is down there. So if you ever want to just text me, call me. Like I said, I am in Lake Mary as well. So if you want me to come and meet you here, let me know beforehand. I'm 48 minutes out, so I can meet you.
Right.
Anyway.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you, guys.
So yeah, so next, I know we have Magnolia Title and Consulting. Come on up, another one of our partners. And I know you don't care about being in front of the camera.
Me? Yeah, that's her thing, not mine, for sure. Hi, I'm Krista Stefano. I'm one of the main closers over at the Lake Nona office. We're right next door to the training room. So we're here for you if you need any net sheets. I did bring some business cards, but not all of you are here, so.
Literally the next door over. My name's Chelsea. I helped start Magnolia. Now I work more on the sister company, which is Magnolia Consulting. We do a whole list of things, but I won't bog you down with that today. Mostly we do marketing. So if you need help with direct mail or KW command ads, Facebook ads, or any needed new folders. So we help design some folders. So any kind of marketing, I'm your girl. And then we also do a lot of quitclaim deeds. So if you ever get calls, especially if you're new in real estate and they're like, hey, I want to add my dad to the title, or I want to take my grandma off title. We've had a lot of it lately where people are taking their elderly parents off of their deed and adding the children to the deed for, you know, making sure it doesn't go through probate, that sort of thing. So that's definitely something that we can help you with. And my information's on there. Yeah. And, if you-
Yes.
and my office is right next door too. So you can, we're one door over from the closing room. So that's where you can find us.
All right, and they do closings in office. That's really important for all of us as well.
Yeah, we're in the same building, so we do closings here. We can also do mobile notaries, and we don't charge anything extra for that. It comes out of our closing fees. So.
And if you haven't heard, there's champagne with every closing. Magnolia Mimosa.
Yay! All that they should know. I know there's probably a lot of questions. I get a lot of contract close questions, so I'm gonna have you guys come in and do a
We do a
contract
close,
close pretty soon too, because I get a lot of questions on that, and I get that.
Am I allowed to say that?
Go for it.
Okay. This is not, Laura, if you're watching, I was told to say this. We also have a TC service, transaction coordination. So if you are tired with paperwork and you don't want to deal with putting it in command, you don't know how to do it, or you want us to walk us through it, we do that for you anywhere from 150 to $300 a transaction. So it's almost like we're your assistant for the deal. So it gives you more time to lead generate, focus on bringing in sales, focus on doing what you do best, which is selling real estate, not doing paperwork. So we like to do the stuff you hate to do.
Yes.
So again, all under our consulting company. You can find us all next door.
Woo-hoo. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we very much push that leverage because it's kind of the cheapest leverage and is so helpful when you're going through that. It was where they were kind of working with people that were doing title work with them. However, now they're kind of opening it up to everybody and anybody because our goal is to bring these services in-house. You guys, instead of having to go out and finding your own people and who is using who, we're bringing it in-house. So one of the things that I want to let you know, so what's next and what's coming is we are having a leads program. So what does that mean? It means that we are through Command and through the ISAs, we have hired an ISA, that's an inside sales agent for you, those of you that don't know that. We have hired an ISA particular for the Advantage Group, and they are going to put together lead systems where you will be able to become a part of the leads program. We're still working on the details of what that looks like. That's a huge undertaking and something brand new for Keller Williams and the Advantage Group. Transaction coordinator, we just talked about that, of having an in-house transaction coordinator and concierge services. So those marketing, all of those pieces she talked about. Let's face it, how many times a day do we get like, hey, can somebody just do my command? Can somebody do my smart plans? Can somebody do that, this and the other? That's the concierge services that we're going to be bringing to you so you can kind of hit that easy button. So stay tuned for that. Any questions on that stuff? Awesome. So without further ado, I want to bring up Nikki. Come on up, come on up. Hey, let's give her, she came over. Oh, you guys have heard, and I've mentioned before, market center teams and incubation teams. So this is another opportunity for you. You've probably been told about teams, that you can join a team, teams that are in the office. So I know some of you have contacted me about that. This is another option that I want to talk to you or let Nikki talk to you about because she leads the program and you have some of the other leaders here today. So without further ado, come on up. Yee-hoo!
Let me know if I'm all over the place. Okay, so I'm Nikki Bateman. We, in coordination with Lori, our OP, we developed a program called the Incubation Team. That's our interior title. Our sexy logo is the Advantage Elite Group. Here are two of my pod captains, Chris Lyons. He is the pod captain, I'll explain that, over at Waterford Lakes. He was an incubation team member. He has since capped, and now he is moving into that leadership role. This is Jay Patterson. He is the pod captain over at the Oviedo office. And then here at Lake Nona, we have Monica Ramirez. And these individuals, we have them situated at each office, yet what I want you guys to hear as agents is if you're part of the incubation team, or most importantly, going through the incubation team evaluation process, you're not a victim of my schedule. You have 3 leaders who can answer all of your questions, who can assist you as you're going through the process, and get you familiar with coaching, training, and accountability. So I wanted to introduce these guys. Applause. Thank you so much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the incubation team. This is a leadership update, yet if you're participating, you're a leader in the office as well. Go to the next slide. So the incubation team, and again, this is from July. Since then, we've closed a bit more. We don't take the numbers from the pod captains because they're all cappers. Yet, as of July, we've closed about $1 million. We had $500,000 pending, and then another close to $500,000 listed. So these agents are producing. Let's go to the next slide. So what are we looking for? We want to get into conversation with each and every agent in all 3 market centers. Again, here you'll primarily be meeting with Monica and myself over the next month, and then Monica exclusively. There's 2 things on this and why we developed the incubation team. There was a little bit of a void between mentoring and productivity coaching. We wanted to give something that was a full foundational component for agents that wanted to either know what it's like to be on a team, to leverage the resources of a team, yet not a long-term commitment. And then those that wanted, just like these 2 gentlemen here, that wanted to learn how to grow and develop a team, as well as how to coach and train your team. So they're in that pod captain position. And here's what we were looking at. Again, it's Pareto principle, 80-20. The top 20% in the office, it's mostly all of this is in my humble opinion. I get to talk a lot of trash, so this is my humble opinion. The top 20%, our job is to get out of the way and then get resources to them, because they'll put their head down and do what we say to do to be successful. Yet sometimes when they put their head up, foundationally, they haven't utilized the system tools and models. So we want to reinforce that. So if you're the top 20% and are interested in growing a team, come see me. I will share wonderful bits of information. On the bottom 20%, unfortunately, those are either the hobbyists or individuals that had the best of intentions, yet very low probability of success, not our target market. What we're looking at is the second 60. So if you see yourself as an agent and you've been grinding and you're not getting the results that you had looked for, what I think Keller Williams does wonderfully is we give you a lot of information, lots of tools, and it seems like it's overwhelming. What we do is break it down to the absolute minimum of this is what you do next. And we do that through using the models, introducing you to the models, and then all of the ancillary things to make those models successful for you. So again, if you've graduated Ignite, you're qualified to go through what we call as the incubation team evaluation process. It's a 30-day process. We're going to go through your KPA. We're going to walk you through your economic model. We're going to get you your 135/GPS. If you're not familiar with any of these terms, I'd like to hear from you. So when you emerge from the evaluation process, we're able to make recommendations, yet we want your time with us to be valuable. So you're going to walk away with a great foundational model, knowing what to do for the next 90 days, up to a year, depending on how deep we go on your business plan, to know exactly what to do so you can have predictable income. Next slide. So this is more of a leadership mix. What I want you to hear, though, is this market center can afford 4 pods. I have 1 pod captain already. And again, not a sexy name, yet as soon as they have 5 members, they get to rename their actual pod. Yet couldn't call them team leader because everybody has that title. But what I want you to see, though, again, as profit share, individuals who are collecting profit share, this should speak to you at a very high level. We have a very specific mix. Full cap should be 25% of the office. Half cap should be 25% of the head count. Quarter cap 30% and less than a quarter. You can see that we're not factoring in new agents because they have a separate tracking system. Yet Lake Nona actually does a fantastic job. Always room to improve. Yet 13% are full caps, 22 are half caps, 15% are quarter caps. But again, you profit share earners. These
Lake Nona or Waterford? I think that's Waterford.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's Waterford.
Lake Nona's numbers are better.
Yep.
These quarter cappers is where the opportunity, you're almost in line perfectly, except for your quarter cappers.
Yes.
And it's nerd talk, I'm so sorry. Those of you who know me, I can't help it. Yeah, what you need to hear is there's a lot of opportunity. If you are a profit share member and you're recruiting agents to this office, please, as soon as they graduate Ignite, direct them to me. The hardest thing that we do is attract new agents. The easiest that we can do is ones that have already committed to Keller Williams. They love our culture. They love our training. Again, they're that second 60 and just need a little extra push. This is who we want to talk to. unless you desire to grow a team and don't want to reduce your profits, then come see me as well. If you're hiring for a team for the first time, I can tell you statistically, your productivity will go down 25%. We want to make sure that you're prepared to do that or do it in a team environment where that won't happen. Next slide. That one? Got one more? No, you're going forward. Okay. So this is what a pod looks like. Again, the lead agent, which is the pod captain, will have no more than 5 agents per pod. Because someone told me, probably Gary Keller, no one should have more than 5 people report to them at any time. So these individuals are not going to be overloaded. Again, back to the traditional productivity coach where it's 200. We want to make these the highest customer service experience for you agents who are consumers. Next slide. Okay, what are we looking for in a podcast? All right, we want someone that's a half cap or more. Jay recently became affiliated with the incubation team. And Jay, what happened?
My numbers have gone up exponentially.
And what'd you do?
Systems, tools, and models. Just learning the foundation. For me, this took the first appointment, going over the economic model. For me, it was like the fog get cleared. I knew exactly what I needed to do. And after that, I just took off running.
All right.
Can you explain what a capper is and what that means in case people
Sure. The Nikki Bateman version of it is you are a capper when you sell on or about $2 million in real estate. If we take the averages, it's about closing 8 properties at the price point of $250,000. Once you become a capper, means that you are now 100% agent with the market center. You are responsible for $100 per transaction, nothing more. So again, for us with cappers, we want individuals who have a robust business, yet now are ready to leverage the systems, tools, and models to kind of take them from E to P. Half capper is $1 million on down. If you're a single agent, you pay into the market center $18,000, the mothership $3,000. That's Gary. And then we have a couple different versions of what that looks like. Just know your nickel tour is either $1 million or $2 million. That's simple, Nikki brain. So what are we looking for? We're looking for someone who is growth minded. Have you participated in profit share? Someone who is active in a committee. Are you anchored in your office and are you emerging leadership because you're connected? Productivity. Do you have a 411? Are you time blocking? We will look at your calendar because if you don't have control of your schedule, this opportunity as a pod captain will be detrimental to your business. And again, we want to make sure that we are a plus, not a minus. Profitability. Do you have a written business plan? That's the 135 GPS. And do you have a profit and loss, or are you interested in moving towards a profit and loss? We want to make sure that we're protecting your profitability when you engage with us. We're protecting your business as a pod captain. And culture. Have you gone through the big Y exercise, and do you know what the Y4C2Ts are? Hand gestures are not required yet. We would love to see that.
It's a video now.
Huh? Look, I like pina coladas. Okay, go ahead, next slide. Okay, so what types of programs are out there? And again, this is from July, so there might seem modifications. Again, in my brain, this is how I sort of sort it out. If you're a single agent and you've just emerged from Ignite, or you're a producing agent, you're going to classes, you're engaged, you're considered self-paced self-study. You're going to absorb information as it comes, as it fits into your growth plan. You're in a mentoring program. How I see it is it's transactionally based. If you have someone who's ready, willing, and able to buy, we want to get you straight to the mentoring program because we're more of a foundational. So we're going to start you at step 1, but if you need help at step 5, it doesn't make sense for us. And you can go in and out of a mentoring program and still re-engage with us. So ready, willing, and able to purchase, Young Simple. If you're interested in joining a team, the mentors team, partnering with experienced agent, transaction-based. And again, whatever the GCI is, that's just a basic kind of numbers that I have in there. I know each mentor has a different contractual obligation. Incubation team. Do you want a supportive environment? It's very concept-based. We do a team split. The pod captains are compensated solely on the production of their agents. So again, everything's focused on production. And do you want to take the elevator or the stairs? So if you're just not putting all the pieces together as an agent, come to us. And 9 times out of 10 during the 30-day evaluation process, if you're off just a little bit, we can get you a North Star and get you into production. We do have, and this is open to all of the Advantage group, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do scripts and role play. It's 30 minutes. Sometimes we go a little long because I get on my soapbox and we got stuff to say. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do our huddle, we call it, where we just kind of get real and get right and kind of talk about what we do. We have group meetings for all of those. We constantly have 66-day challenges going for leaders, but it became very popular. We have 66 days of questions. Again, in my humble opinion, I think if you want to be a stronger agent, you just need to learn how to ask better questions. So we have 66 days of that. We just started 66 days of lead generation. And then in 2 weeks, the 15th, we usually launch another one. It'll be 66 days of gratitude. So if you're curious about any of those, please let me know. Every other Wednesday, we do Workshop Wednesday, where based on what we're hearing or requests that we get, we just sit down for an hour and a half and we talk about contracts. We talk about command, whatever 411s, business strategy as a whole, the 4 models. So if you're interested in any of those, you can always submit to me a request for a Workshop Wednesday. Everything gets recorded, and everyone who attends, you'll get that recording afterwards. Again, we want to do value add, but more based on agents' need, not just a calendar. Okie dokie. Next slide. And what tools do we use? So we'll kind of start backwards. We're really labbing this. This is something very, very new. So we want to make sure that we're looking at the incubation team headcount, our numbers versus the market center, how many capping agents and how many producing pods. Again, if you're a profit share earner, you should be really excited and curious about this. Here's what we have for mentors, productivity coaches, and everybody else. Everything that we have done, we have a training backlog that I am building, and it makes my eye twitch a little bit, yet it will be sessions that you will go through self-paced, how to write a contract. And it's not the Church of Nikki, this is Murray teaching how to write a contract. Business planning clinic from Gene Rivers. But what we do is we break it up and have something digestible to you. And it's a searchable library and it's app-based. So you can be training 24/7 or research stuff. So if you plug in as is contract, all content from the entire database. So if you're a mentor, we're working towards how we can have you guys leverage this so you're not constantly teaching the same class over and over again. That's in Labbing 2.0. Yet know that as an organization, we're building this at a very high level. And then who we are as we're rolling out, and team leaders have been very patient because we want to make sure that we're going to do it right. And COVID's fun. Are we doing a communication plan for each market center and their leadership? Who are the mentors and are we training them? Who are the pod captains? This isn't so much me, my job is to support the mentors. Who are my pod captains? Those are my people. And then who are potential team members? And again, if you've closed 4 and graduated Ignite, I'd love to talk to you if you're an experienced agent. And really this time of the year, you're struggling getting your business plan together for 2021, come into the evaluation process. It's 4 appointments, it's 4 hours of your time. And again, we'll get you that North Star. I think that's it.
I have a question. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
explain and clarify the difference between the incubation team and the traditional teams that we have for options as well?
Sure. So we are a limited resource because we want you to go forth and prosper, not be a part of this any longer than a year. You can be affiliated with us for 2 years if you go on the leadership track. And again, it's catch and release, whatever works best for you. Which means that I am not training you to be a team member on the team, to be on this team over and over and over again. There is an onboarding and an offboarding that's very specific. Chris Lyons is a new agent. He joined in February.
Yep.
February of 2020.
Perfect.
And he just capped in 6 months. So we're fast forwarding him. But yet, if you're curious about a team, you can leverage and see what a team environment looks like. If you have a team and you're looking to hire, look to the incubation team, give me your missing persons report, and I will match you up. Because remember, I'm spending a month, we are spending a month with these agents. If they're not a good fit for us, yet are still looking for a team, wouldn't you want someone that's ready, willing, and able to begin? And then all you have to do is onboard them onto your teams. So we want to be a resource back and forth, yet you have a very limited time, because if I was an agent, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just stay here forever because I'm a team member. I use all their resources. And we also have a team cap. So Chris Lyons capped in 6 months. So once you cap the office, you cap the team. What this means to you as business owners, as agents, as an incubation team member, not a pod captain, your cap comes down to a half cap, and then you cap the team. So you don't pay any more money into the market center than you originally would, yet you get all of these resources. So I wanted to make sure I'm always an agent first, to make sure that it didn't cost you any more, and we're doubling what we're putting out as opposed to what you put in. And you get the staging company and the TC and all the other stuff. Yet it's about your accountability, your training, and your growth.
Can you give your email so they can reach out to you, anybody who's on right now?
Sure. It's Nikki, Nikki at Bateman, last name BATEMAN Group, GROUP.com. And if you really want to hear back faster, Joanna, JOANNA at BatemanGroup.com. She handles my entire schedule. I'll walk you through the process. It is a 15-minute call. You'll get a survey.
Nikki at Bateman Group.
And I KKI. Yep. Oh, my glasses on, I couldn't say anything. So the first is a 15-minute evaluation. We're going to send you a Google Doc to have you fill out some basic information. You'll have a 15-minute call with me. Then we'll schedule your KPA and your DISC, and then we'll work on your economic model, business plan. Then we're going to talk about the very last thing we talk about is the incubation team. Yet we're going to reinforce again all of the other resources that your market center has to offer, because we want to work with you to make recommendations. And there's some agents that will say, I think you should go into coaching because you're showing a lot of talent. I don't think you need this much help. Continue, yet still hang out with us. So they'll show up to scripts practice. They'll show up to the huddle. They'll come to workshop Wednesday because, and as newer agents, if you have a question at 8 o'clock at night, you call somebody, are they going to pick up the phone? Well, I'm going to give you 4 or 5 people that you can call, so you have the resources. It's on you to develop those relationships.
All right, any questions out there? No, we haven't been big on questions, but anybody got a burning question they want to ask Nikki? Go off mute, let us know.
Yes, I like TV. Yes, a lot.
I'm not dancing, my dress is too short for that today. So one thing I want to make sure you guys know is this is a win-win for all parties of the market center, because you guys are open. Normally, the culture of KW is if somebody's on a team, another team is not supposed to go work to recruit them from another team.
Scandalized.
Yes. So this is one of those win-win situations where they want you to come in and say, hey, I'm a rainmaker. I need a buyer's agent. Who do you know? They're going to vet them for you. They're going to train them for you. And for those of us who have gone through this process over and over and over and failed forward and hired the wrong person, this is a great way for our rainmakers or people that want to build a team come in and find the right people for their team. So that is actually what we want. This is an incubation team. They get all the tools. They're trained. Who do I want? And they can match you together. So it's a great win-win. Or for those people that don't necessarily want to be on a team long-term, but they want to learn the systems and the fast track and all of that, it's a perfect solution for that. So I know we've given you a lot of information and you're wondering, like, what is the right solution for me? Reach out to myself, reach out to Layra, or reach out to Elena, and we'll help connect you with some possibilities. Or maybe you just want more information. Please reach out to us because we want you to know there's so many paths that you can go and be successful. Everybody's slightly different of what they need. So that's why you join. Reach out to us for those resources. So any other questions before they take off and we let them go? Doesn't sound like it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. What's next? So for that, it was like on cue. I like that. All right. So for those of you that haven't seen it yet, you've received an email with the November calendar, and it is on our Facebook group. So Jose has started a live calendar. Can we all get a hand for the live calendar? So what is the live calendar? It means you can now go in and actually click on the class and it will take you to the Zoom. Yes, 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 yes. I can't tell you how many requests we've had for that, because let's face it, we don't want to be searching for Zoom numbers. We have 15,000 Zooms. I don't know which one to go to, or you're driving, I want to go to a class or attend a class. I just want to be able to click. Be safe about it. However, having a live calendar that takes you directly to the class, so we can all give Jose a hand for putting that together for us. Thank you, thank you. So let's talk about some things coming up. We'll go through it real fast because I know we're coming down to time. All right, we got some happy birthdays back there. Let's go back there. Look at all of our November birthdays here. We got a ton of people for November birthdays. Happy birthday to you guys. Anniversary. So what that means is how long that they've been in Keller Williams. So we wanted to make sure and start acknowledging every month those anniversaries. So look at Zaide. We all know she is now the team leader of the Oviedo office. 10 years. Ken Myers. I have an appointment with him today of hopefully coming on the ALC. 10 years. Rodney, Debbie, Desmond, Yuri, Kamar. So you can see some of these agents. If you're wondering who do I talk to that's been with the company and with KW for a long period of time, now you have their name. So congratulations. Also, look at our 1 year coming in at that 1 year. You've also got some cappers, big cappers within that first year. So those are the people that you want to reach out to as well. Congratulations. It's today?
No.
Oh, I was like, don't tell me I missed her birthday. I'm gonna feel so bad. Yeah, we've got somebody special on the staff who has their birthday coming up, so make sure don't miss that. She loves birthday goodies, right?
She's making it a birthday month.
Birthday month. See, unlike us who get old and we don't want to acknowledge our birthdays at all. So yes, big difference there. We've got Ignite too. I want to make sure I mention that. So this group of Ignite, they actually graduate here coming up next week. And then we have the next Ignite starting on November 16th is the Ignite launch party. You guys are all invited. Anybody can attend. This is in Lake Nona. Are we doing these hybrid now? All classes for Ignite? It's kind of an Elena question, but she's on vacation. Hoping we're doing hybrid so we can have you guys in the office and see your smiling faces. What was that?
It's gonna be here.
Okay. So this is led by the Lake Nona group. So we've got a lot of amazing instructors that'll be teaching this. And so you guys are all welcome to join in for any of these classes. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be hybrid because I know most of us are begging to get back into the training room. So check your calendar. Here's all of the dates for that. All right, real quick. So look at this handsome dude. Who is this? Look at that dude. That's a high school picture, by the way. That's David Frazier. He's got his goal setting for the win. He's going to be talking about time blocking, right? Am I right? And goal setting.
135 GPS.
Yep. So one of the biggest things we talk about, guys, is does your schedule match your goals? I hear all the time, I want to make this money, I want to get this many leads from social media. And I'm like, awesome. Show me your time block. Show me your calendar. And there's zero time blocking or lead generation scheduled for your social media. So this is all about putting it all together. And that is when, Frazier, November 5th,
Tomorrow.
2 to 3 p.m.
2 to 3.
They can show up here, right?
Yes. It's
Zoom.
gonna be better in person.
Okay. So obviously better in person. You can join in via Zoom as well, but please feel free to come in and join us. Coaching tomorrow, we have that as well from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. What time is your class? 2 to 3. So we have coaching. Tomorrow we are going to be talking about transaction contract to close. So I got a lot of questions about contract to close. We're going to be focusing on contract to close. I believe I might be doing that from the airport, and I'll talk a little bit about that too. I'm hoping for technology. So that will be tomorrow. We got level up coaching. I wanted to let you know next week is going to be led by the one and only director Lawrence Bolito. So make sure next Thursday is from 12 to 1 with Lawrence. Hey, Karina, one of our command wizards is teaching a specific campaign. She watched a class, I believe, or attended a class or saw a campaign that is price reductions in your area. We have a lot of agents that say, well, I don't have a listing, so I can't do a Facebook campaign. That is absolutely incorrect. She found out how to do a fabulous campaign sending out to, here's the price reductions in your area. Buyers are gonna click on that. They wanna know price reductions in their area. So she's gonna show you step by step how to do that. And that's happening on November 6th. Contracts 101. So I was supposed to teach this class on Friday. We are going to get a backup teacher for that class. We have a lot of people who need the contract that is going to take you line by line. Murray has a class coming up next week that's talking about the two different types of contracts, however, this is the basic contracts 101 class. So unfortunately, I won't be able to teach that. For those of you that don't know, I am flying out to Wisconsin tomorrow to be with my husband and his family. His mom unfortunately passed away a couple days ago, so we are flying up there to be with her. So we will have a backup, make sure we teach that class. All right, here's the Murray's class. So make sure you go to both. These are not the same class, guys. Make sure you go to both contract classes. What to do in the fourth quarter to have a great first quarter. If you guys have not attended a class with Mr. Ray Lopez, you are missing out. He's probably one of our favorite instructors of all time, incredibly knowledgeable. If you want to know how to knock it out of the park in the fourth quarter, to get there for the first quarter, I guess what to do now in order to rock it out for the first quarter, make sure you go to that class with Ray Lopez. Social Equity Task Force, that is November 11th from 3 to 4 p.m. That is open to everyone. I believe that one is usually on Zoom. I don't think they come into the class at all, so make sure you join that.
I don't know, but we can ask Brandon, he's here.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, I see you now. Do you want to say a few words on the Social Equality Task Force?
Yeah, no, so we have some great updates to have. It's generally on Zoom, so it's not going to be hybrid. But yeah, come on by. Kwln and I, we're going to be there next Wednesday, 3 to 4.
Can you talk a little bit about what it is, Brandon, for give it the 30-second?
Oh, okay, cool. So if you didn't know, our core values are Y4C2C has added equity to it. And which means opportunity for all. So Gary Keller came from the top down, and we've created a social equity task force to kind of combat some of the inequalities in real estate and life in general. And we're working, Kwln and I and Ryan Brucey, on a major project that's happening in the beginning first quarter of 2021, where we're going into a community and really impacting. So it's a win-win because you're impacting a community, but you're also being able to develop relationships to impact your business. So we wanted to make sure we're focusing on wealth building, and wealth building not only for in disenfranchised communities, but wealth building for our agents that are in the office who want to make a difference and an impact.
Thank you so much. I know I put you on the spot there. You did fantastic. So thank you for that explanation, because I know we've had questions on that. Thank you. All right, hire and train a rock star executive assistant. This is one of the big questions we get over and over. When to hire an assistant, when maybe a virtual is okay. Damone, of course, is the director of operations for the Encore team. That's Desmond's team. If you don't know, they have a huge team. You've probably seen them here in the training room or maybe multiple conference rooms. Damone is incredibly talented, is one of the best I've seen as far as running a team and hiring. He is very, very, lots of attention to detail. So go to that if you're interested in learning more about hiring your first assistant. 30, 60, 90, check in with Elena. We want to make sure you get to those. That's going to make sure you are on track for success and productivity. And that's it. All right, thank you all for being here. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out to your entire leadership team. This will be recorded and we'll get this posted in the Facebook group and our YouTube channel. So if you didn't know we had a YouTube channel, now you know. So you can always go back to the videos and search for different classes on there. So thank you guys all for being there. Last chance for questions. Anybody have anything that they want to talk about? You guys are so quiet today. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Take care. Bye. Yeah, quiet group today. You guys, everybody's tired. I saw that. Shannon